looking at a rare little early 19th century pocket guidebook, which someone has made this custom marbled paper box for a long time ago. We can see the binding is very worn from usage. There are very early owner's inscriptions on the end papers and paste downs. This is 1833 here with the owner Hiram Leach of Massachusetts. Here's a July 1834, 4 o'clock in the afternoon. The price, 12.5 cents he paid. On the rear, at the rear of the book are further name and date inscriptions. And again, he states that the book cost 12.5 cents in York State, so meaning New York State. But what's interesting about this guidebook, aside from its very early date and its scarcity, is when we look at the title page, we'll see that there is a description of the survey part of the Michigan Territory here. There's also the rates of tolls, as well as a list of broken banks, which is fascinating because it really shows the interest in banking and commerce and finance at this stage in New York and on the East Coast of the United States. Here's a wood engraving of Mohawk Bank in Schenectady, and here is a wood engraving folding plate of the courthouse. So at this time, paper currency was issued by private banks, and so a person would want to know what bank's currency not to accept as payment. And here we see a list of broken banks, meaning banks where their currency was no longer considered valid. There's a little section here on the commerce of the West, the commerce of Lake Erie, the Ohio Canal. And what's interesting here, however, is we get to this lengthy description of the territory of Michigan. And it contains all sorts of immigrants to the territory are mostly enterprising, industrious farmers. And there's information about the price of goods there, how many people. Some of these people here are, for instance, are French, and so on. And this fascinating little guidebook is currently available online from me, Brian DeMambro, here in Dover, New Hampshire.